we should be looking solid. We should be looking good to go. We are back after a few days off. I mean, it was freaking birthday week and then birthday weekend, so I was giving myself a breather and stuff. But now oh god, this week is so busy. Oh lord. Yeah. We got a lot this week. We have a lot for a lot of different games, and we have a lot of freaking anime-related content too. So this is gonna be good though. It should be a solid week, but anybody that is newer to the channel because of the recent Genshin content and stuff, I appreciate you for being here. Archon Quest was crazy good. We did an 8-hour stream. We freaking knocked that thing out. And I can't wait till next month for the next 2 acts, for acts 3 and 4, because I know those are going to be really good too. So that should be fun. But today we have the good old story quest for Lenny. So I'm going to pause the music. I'm gonna grab chat real quick. And yeah, we got ourselves a little early stream. You said, yo, what's up, Kay? I hope you had a blast. I did. You know, I had a good time. I had a good last few days and such. So yes, I did. That's what, Jenna. How you doing? Welcome in. And anybody that's gonna be watching this after the stream's already over later on, appreciate you also. You already know, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff. And go over here. Okay. Cool. Alright. See, a good old morning stream. It's like 10 a.m. over here. Alright, so let's do it. Oh, and yesterday, man, I grinded in Star Rail yesterday, I think for like 2 hours, which is good, because I needed to. I built Yukong, I think her name is, right? The imaginary character that was free. So yeah. What was the name of the song I was playing? That was actually an Arknight song. I could put the link in chat. Yeah, if for y'all that aren't aware, Arknights, they make a lot of songs that are really, really good. And they make specific songs for groups of characters or one specific character. They do themes like that. So I don't think people realize how much banger music Arknights has. It has calm music, it has hype music. It's insane. People make jokes and they'll be like, you know, in reality, they're really a music company. So there you go. All right, that's not what we're doing. Where is it at? You know, I still haven't done this boss fight. I have not done that yet. I did this. I beat this thing multiple times just because I know I'm gonna need it for somebody. But where we are is this. So let's see here. Shall we, boys? Felis. Bro's name is Twitch. I'd have to use Google Translate to see what you're saying, because I do not understand what that says. Let me see something real quick. Let's see very quickly before we get into this if I could even understand what this is. Translate. Okay. What is this? Oh, it's Russian. Oh, hello, how are you? I'm good, how are you? I'm good. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing good. I don't speak Russian at all, though, I'm sorry. I do not, but I appreciate you for stopping by. Okay, so this is Felis Buskis chapter, however you'd say that. Okay, so Lenny's story quest. Start. The phantom Weasel who brought the court of Fontaine to its knees has resurfaced once again after 10 years. Behind a tangled web of doubt and suspicion, a meticulously planned magic show is about to begin. Let's fulfill his past dream for him. It feels like those happy moments are right in front of us. The petals of Luminous Bell flutter as the stars illuminate our stage. Until the finale arrives, may all grievances be gone with the wind, and all glory endure in legacy. Okay, you know when you read something and even after you're just like, what did I just read? Yeah, I just had one of those moments. Give me this. Oh my god, I still haven't done this one over here. Jesus. I still gotta do that. Okay, now. That thing low-key scared me over here. That freaking second Yoimiya quest.
When the sun's out,
scared the life out of me.
But when the moon's out, bathe in moonlight.
Because I was meaning to do that second Yoimiya one. I haven't done that. Jesus. I'm going to have to get that done. And what's funny is Yoimiya is actually one of my favorite characters, and I still haven't done that one. Every other quest I've done, as you can see. You're doing well. You go into the channel, say hello, ask how they're doing. Oh, I got you. I appreciate it. Thank you for that. Alright, Charlotte.
Isn't that Charlotte?
I haven't seen you since we freaking got into Fontaine. Jeez. Oh, whoops, Plano.
I see. So you believe that this warning letter was sent by the Phantom Weasel?
The Phantom Weasel is just such a goofy name.
Absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He must have faked his own death 10 years ago using a body double.
I mean, if I had the name Phantom Weasel, I might have done the same thing. I don't know.
Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his case back in the day are in for a headache, but however this turns out in the end, the one thing it won't be is boring.
Huh?
Couldn't agree more. As a journalist, I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this one. Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Huh? Hey! What a coincidence! Fancy meeting you here.
Oh, hello there. You said hello, how's it going? Just finished the Archon quest yesterday, so you haven't done this quest yet, so you're just here to say, hey, what's up? And I'm doing good. The Archon quests were crazy good, and now I'm finally getting to this after my, birthday weekend and such, so just ready for a very busy week on the channel, to be honest with you.
Perfect timing. So, the Phantom Weasel's latest warning letter. What are your thoughts?
Warning letter, yeah?
Yeah, this is the first time we're hearing of this one. Could you clue us in?
Yeah, break it down.
Huh? Oh, sorry. Yes, this case is from a decade ago. I guess you wouldn't know about it. Well, not to worry. You're in good hands because I'm a professional. The story goes like this.
Okay.
10 or so years ago, a phantom thief became active in the court of
Hey,
Fontaine.
yo.
Known only as the Weasel. Nobody knew his true identity, and the authorities never managed to catch him.
Wow, cool! He sounds like one of those mysterious night burglars that you read about in novels.
He sounds like Joker from Persona. Only stop.
Precisely. Well, except the part where they actually have a good reputation. Our Weasel targeted whatever people held dear, and no one was safe from his predations. He would just as soon steal a necklace from a rich merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday.
He sounds like an absolute weirdo.
I know. The phantom thieves you read about in novels rob the rich to pay the poor, but this guy did not discriminate. Unsurprisingly, this didn't work wonders for his public reputation. Every man and his dog wanted to see him behind bars.
So bro was just out here going on everybody, huh? And you said you gotta have a good stream, everyone. Appreciate it, my guy.
Yeesh. So, did they catch him?
Not exactly. There's a good chance that the Weasel would still be at large to this day if it hadn't been for an accident 10 years ago.
Oh.
A magician named Caesar fell to his death in a botched high-altitude escape performance. When the police went through his personal effects, they found a hoard of stolen loot and gadgets used for criminal activities. And that was how the Phantom Weasel's identity was revealed to all.
Huh.
Sure enough, thefts in Fontaine went down after Caesar's death. But today, 10 years on, the notorious
decade
thief
later.
has once again issued one of his warning letters and pasted it on the gate of the Opera Epiclese for all to see. I had to squeeze through the crowd this morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here, it's this
I mean,
one.
you don't think it's somebody trying to imitate that? Huh. Well, yeah, there it is.
So, this is the warning letter, huh? Let's see what he wrote.
You know how long it's been since I watched, like, a Robin Hood? Jesus. He's made me think about that.
Now, when evening falls, I shall take from you that which you hold most dear at the Opera House, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
This is, without a doubt, a clear declaration of criminal intent. After years of laying low, the Phantom Weasel is back with a vengeance. What once seemed like an open and shut case has been blown wide open again. But why has he reemerged now? And what does he want? I sense an epic scoop. and I'm going for it.
Okay.
Uh-oh. If this thief will steal anything that other people value, does that mean even we might be targeted?
You know, Paimon, he might even try to nab you. Oh, no.
But Paimon doesn't want to get kidnapped. Well, he'd have to go through you first. You would stop him, right?
Huh. Yeah, of course.
Okay, the people have spoken. It's clear that the
I
public
wouldn't
are
let
very
you get
concerned about the Phantom
kidnapped,
Weasel's
Paimon.
reappearance.
Come on.
Let's see, I've got a photo of the letter, my interview notes. Yep, that should be enough to form the skeleton of my article. It
Bro, hitting
does
the
feel
magic
like
tricks.
Something is missing, though. Something exclusive.
Also, what's up with Fontaine and people stealing stuff?
Who should I interview
Jesus.
next? I need someone with a more concrete connection to the Weasel. Is that who I think it is?
Lenny!
Yep, there's Lenny. Looks like he's performing some magic.
Magic. Magician. Caesar! The Phantom Weasel! That's it! Let's go interview Lenny!
Okay. Sure.
You see, the original Phantom Thief Caesar was a magician too! And what do Phantom Thieves and magicians have in common? They both have an air of mystery about them.
Are you serious? What sort of a deduction is that?
Oh, relax! My journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is beckoning. Let's go! No time for delay!
Alright, if you insist. Okay. It's gonna say story quest started. There it is. Okay, well, yeah, there it is. Quest started. Let's get it going. Yeah, you said now you understand why we studied English at school. We needed to talk with unfamiliar bloggers. I mean, learning another language definitely does help. I'm trying to
Wow, Mr.
freaking
Magician! How did you know
learn
what tone I
Spanish.
picked?
Back in high school, I tried to learn Spanish, but yeah, the teachers, they were kind of oof. So now I gotta do it myself. Well, through one of those language websites. You said reading Limbus Twitter here? Oh yeah, I did see some stuff going on, which is interesting.
Oh, it's simple. Come closer, and I'll let you in on my secret. Magicians have a special skill called telepathy, which means we can read other people's minds.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Really? Then, what am I thinking now?
You mean you do certain things to make somebody think of something on purpose so that way they think that you're reading their mind, but you really baited them into thinking about something? Magic?
Well, first
Magic,
you
you
need
know.
to relax, because I can see that you're clenching your fist in your mind, as if to say, no, I mustn't let him guess it.
Aww.
And now you're getting a little flustered. You're trying to find a way to empty your mind, to think of nothing at all. But the more you try to hide a secret, the easier it'll come out. You snuck out from home today, didn't you? You told your family a little lie so you could come out and play. Now, that's not a good habit.
He said, you really made that sound.
You can tell?
Little Timothy, what are you doing?
You really can read my mind.
What's wrong with you?
Of course. And that's the end of my performance. You should really be heading home. Remember to apologize to your family, all right? They must be worried about you.
All right, got it. Bye, Mr. Magician.
What's up, my guy? We haven't talked since the trial, huh?
Hey, Lenny?
This is not gonna be awkward. Yeah, just break the ice.
Why, hello. We meet again. Are you looking for me? What's the situation?
Well, why don't you guess, Mr. Telepathic?
Oh, please. You didn't believe that spiel, did you?
No, I
The
didn't.
power of telepathy is quite beyond me.
Listen, after seeing that magic isn't real, of course I didn't believe that. Come on now. I literally saw myself. I saw your whole trick.
I'm sure that child would beg to differ. Seemed like you were right on the money.
No, that was a good burn from Paimon. Yeah, that time it was, yes.
That was nothing more than a little trickery. I made an educated guess based on his micro-expressions.
Also, last stream there was somebody, and it might have been you, that said that Paimon actually seemed to be useful, and that she felt like she wasn't just like a mascot or something. It was something like that, and that she actually felt useful to the plot of the story. Was it you that said something along the lines of that, or is it somebody else? It was you? Wow, I have decent memory then after all. Oh, Good job, Keith. What the hell? Yeah, no, I agree with that statement, though. With the Archon quest and everything, they did a solid job with her. Because typically, she makes me want to jump through my window, but I feel like they included her in the story in, like, a better type of way there. Even though her voice be driving me crazy at times. But, yeah, no, they did good. They did good.
That,
anyways,
plus the fact that he was the only kid here without his parents, and he looked as guilty as sin. He made it easy for me. You guys, on the other hand, let me guess. Don't tell me you're here for the Phantom Weasel, are you?
Wow.
Yes.
Got it in one. Is this more of your trickery at work?
I mean, we're here with somebody who, you know, looks for the scoop, you know. She be investigating stuff, trying to get the news, so, I mean, I don't know.
Wait, really? No trickery this time. It was pure luck. His warning letter's been the talk of the town, so I figured that maybe you were asking around about that.
Bingo! I plan on writing a column reporting on the latest news about the Phantom Weasel. So, Lenny, what are your thoughts on this infamous thief's reappearance?
To be honest, it makes me angry.
Makes you angry? Really?
Angry? Why?
You read his letter, right? The Phantom Weasel claims he's planning something in 3 nights' time at the Opera House. That's the night I'll be performing there.
Listen, after your last performance... well, okay, well, I mean, technically your last performance was during the trial, but the performance before that, you'd really don't want people messing with you. Okay. I'll be honest.
What are the chances? Wait a minute, you don't think he's after you, do you?
Well, if he is, then his warning is clearly a direct challenge to me personally. And if he's not, then it's still going to be a huge headache for me. The mere mention of the Weasel's name is enough to scare people off. So once the contents of that letter get out, barely anyone will be showing up to watch my show. But I've been preparing for this for a long time. I'm not about to let him ruin my big day. This leaves me with only one choice. I have to expose the Phantom Weasel's identity before the show begins.
Really? So what you're saying is, we might get to see a live duel between a famous magician and an infamous thief? Wow, this has exclusive written all over it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm not sure if I'll emerge the victor. The Phantom Weasel is a notorious crook, infamous for his inscrutable methods.
Freaking news reporters, they be driving me insane. Like just, oh my god. I hate them in games and stuff like that and all that. I'm just like, oh my god. Y'all be so annoying. Giving me that freaking Batman Vicky Vale energy. I'm just like, ugh.
Tricks are even more inscrutable than those of a thief.
Thanks for the compliment, though I have to say, I don't care much for the comparison. A lot of people liken magicians to thieves because we both have the ability to make things disappear without the person noticing. But there's an important difference that these people overlook.
What you do doesn't hurt people?
Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower, just an ordinary flower that was picked not long ago. Watch it carefully now. 3, 2, 1.
And it's gone.
It's gone!
Where'd it go?
That's the question. Where did it go? Therein lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things disappear, but only magicians make them reappear. If I could now invite you all to check your clothes, there might
Of course.
be a surprise.
I had a feeling it was going to be on one of us.
A surprise? Let me see!
Huh? So yeah, what he does, he somehow hides it, and then when everybody's looking away in other directions, he just plants it on you real quick.
It's right there! But how? You haven't moved this whole time!
You moved your head.
What an outstanding trick! Sorry, Lenny, it seems that my previous praise was woefully inadequate. Clearly, magic is the superior art form to theft.
Don't worry, I didn't take offense. I just wanted to take the opportunity to perhaps change some of the preconceived notions you might have about magicians. Since Caesar's death, a lot of people associate magicians with criminality. It can be quite frustrating.
I can imagine. Coming back to your trick just now,
Oh my
might I
god.
presume that you are well versed in floral symbolism? For example, magicians often use rainbow roses in their flower-related performances to represent passion and romantic encounters. But you used a Lumi-Do spell, which, if I'm not mistaken, allude to separations. I'm curious to know if there was any deeper meaning behind this choice.
Impressive knowledge. It's no wonder you're such a successful journalist. But I'm afraid I don't know the first thing about floral symbolism. I'm just in the habit of using Lumidu spells in my magic.
Bro, he's like, I just do it just to do it, alright? You're reaching right now.
It sounds like something I should look into, though. I'll buy myself a copy of Fontaine's Floral Language Facts when I have some time. But it'll have to wait until this Phantom Weasel business is behind us.
Well noted. In that case, this brings us to the end of our interview. I, for one, am looking forward to the final showdown between you and the thief.
I bet you are, so you could get your big scoop.
Please feel free to get in touch to update me on any further developments. Otherwise, I will of course see you at your show in 3 days' time. But let's hope the Phantom Weasel is caught by then.
Listen, you know she wants things to hit the fan so she could get that news, man. Okay, that's how these reporters be.
You've given me lots to work with here, and I've got no time to lose if I want to write that exclusive piece. I'll see you all later.
There she goes.
So, Lenny, are you gonna tell us how you did that flower trick now?
I'm afraid that's my little secret.
Okay, buddy.
Well, magicians are entitled to their secrets. But Paimon's really itching to know how it's done. You feel it too, right? So itchy.
Okay, I wouldn't say all that, you know. So, the Phantom Weasel, are you sure you'll be able to handle him? If it even really is the Phantom Weasel and not just somebody impersonating the Phantom Weasel? Trying to make a comeback?
Well, since you're so concerned, how would you like to serve as my temporary magician's assistants and help me investigate?
I mean, we've done it before, huh?
Magician's assistants? Oh, that sounds fun! Assistants are technically magicians too! Also, it'll bring us one step closer to figuring out how that darn trick is done! Shall we go for it?
That's your main motive for wanting to do this? Well, we'll help you with your investigation, so yeah, what's your plan?
The first thing we need to look into is who Caesar really was. If he truly was the Phantom Weasel, that means that the Weasel is dead, and whoever wrote this warning letter is just a copycat criminal.
That's what I was saying.
But if he wasn't the Weasel? Well, that'll make things more interesting. It would mean that the Weasel lives, and he's been laying low all this time in some corner of Fontaine.
For a decade?
And if we're investigating Caesar, his fiancée Gemma is a good place to start. Word is that she visits the cemetery often, so I asked Lynette to wait for her there.
Ah, okay.
We should make a move. Let's go and rendezvous with Lynette.
Let's do it. Lynette, we on the way, so yeah, go to the cemetery. Yeah, I'm sure that this is gonna have some very interesting plot twist in it. But we'll see. You mean, yeah, ex-fiance, you mean? Yeah, in that case, yeah. Alright. There's still so much of Fontaine I have to explore, because I haven't even really been able to, like, go around and just, like, soak in freaking Fontaine. But I'll do that soon enough. Alright, we're here.
You took your time.
I am happy that we got Lynette for free, though. I'll have to end up building her.
Sorry, I bumped into the Traveler and Charlotte en route, and we ended up chatting for a while.
How you doing?
It's been a while, Lynette. We're working as Lenny's temporary assistants in the investigation of the Phantom Weasel.
Thank you. It's good to have you helping.
So, what's the situation? Have you seen Gemma?
Nope. I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
Do you think it's because of that announcement that happened? Maybe she's feeling some type of way.
How bizarre. Maybe it was bad intel.
I mean, I'm sure it has to do with what happened.
Well, we won't get anywhere by standing around waiting. Traveler, Paimon, let's go ask around.
Okay. Investigation. Alright, let's go over here first. What's up, my guy? You look like you're greeting.
Excuse me, good sir. Do you by any chance know a Gemma?
We said, or she the one impersonating? You know? That would be wild, wouldn't it? Huh.
You mean
I didn't even
Caesar's
think
fiancé?
about that.
Sure I do. What's this about?
I'm just trying to get a hold of her because I need her help with something. I heard she comes here a lot.
Yeah, she does. Poor thing. It's no secret why, either. She's heartsick. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. Often, she just sits there in front of his headstone, lost in thought. I asked her what she was doing once. She said she wanted to speak to him again. She knows he's gone and can't hear her from the grave, but she just likes to spend time there, telling her fiancé all about how her life is going.
And she's been doing this ever since Caesar passed away? Oh, so 10 years. Wow. Their love must have been really strong.
I'll bet. Caesar's reputation fell apart after his identity was revealed, so no one else visits his grave. Gemma's the only one who still thinks about him after all these years. I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters after death, but if it does, I'm sure Caesar must be grateful to have someone who remembers him fondly. If I'm honest, I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma. Her fiancé was a low-life crook. He doesn't deserve someone like her. Anyway, all of that said, she's running later than usual today. Normally, she'd be sitting in front of his grave by now. I wonder if she's okay. Well, that's everything I know, I'm afraid. You might have more luck asking some other people.
All right, well, thanks for sharing all of this with us. We'll keep asking around.
Yeah, that's some good info.
I just hope she'll be able to move on one day.
Yeah, hopefully she does, and she's actually not the one impersonating him right now. Because that'd be pretty sad. Of her feeling like that's the only way that she could reconnect with him. Alright. Hello there.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel's back.
You're kidding. Wait, isn't he dead?
I don't know anymore. All sorts of news flying around nowadays. I can never tell what's true and what isn't. But what if, just hypothetically, I mean, what if this Weasel's the real deal and Caesar was framed?
Called it. Seriously, 10 years ago, on the day it all went down, I said to myself, you know what? This guy's been set up. The Caesar I knew was a good guy. He gave balloons to children on the street, for Pete's sake. What, are we supposed to believe that he was a balloon thief or something? Give me a break.
Oh, please. Weren't you the one cursing his name to high heaven when the police announced the news? You were all, oh, that gosh darn lousy son of a, oh, you think you know a guy, or words to that effect.
Damn. She says, you lying like hell, bro.
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
When you try to make it seem like you knew what was going on all along, but in reality, you never did. That's how it be sometimes. You're like, nah, I remember. I called this out. I knew this was going to happen. And then somebody's like, no, you didn't.
Hello there.
Sorry to interrupt.
Sorry for disturbing you, but I couldn't help but notice you were discussing the Phantom Weasel. We're actually quite interested in this topic as well, but we're struggling to get to the bottom of it. Do you think you could spare a moment to tell us a little bit about Caesar?
You said giving balloon to children, that's sus, bro. I mean, unless you're like a clown or something, I don't know. Or you work at like a balloon vendor giving out balloons to kids, I don't know.
You've come to the right people. Yep, I was there. Back when Caesar used to perform magic tricks on the street. He was a great magician. The best trick I ever saw him do was pop a transparent balloon, only for a whole bunch of doves to fly out from the inside.
Or in this case, a magician, to give balloons out, yes?
I was right up close and didn't blink or look away once. But for the life of me, I still don't have the faintest clue how he pulled it off. Really incredible stuff.
I saw him perform too. He always used to bring some gifts along for the kids who came to watch his show, and he'd hand them out after he was done. Sometimes, he even got the kids to write their wishes down, and then he'd make the items on the wish list appear in his next show.
Huh. He doesn't sound like such a bad guy.
But after he died, there were also rumors that he used the wish list to find out what was precious to people, with the intent to steal it later.
Oh,
As
that
I'm
makes
sure
sense.
you know, the Phantom Weasel would steal just about anything from anyone.
You like your toothbrush so much, you gonna steal it. You don't care if it's worth anything. If it means something to you, he's gonna take it.
Whatever the case, now that the Weasel is back, Caesar's become a hot topic once more. I bet Gemma must be pleased. If Caesar's name gets cleared, Maybe it'll finally give her some solace after all this time. Oh, speak of the devil. That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
So that's Gemma. Is it just Paimon, or does it look like something's wrong?
I mean, like I said, she's probably not feeling great right now.
Wait, it looks like she's injured. Come on, let's see if she's okay.
Hey, yo.
Hi there. You're Gemma, right?
Who's asking?
The feds. And I'm just kidding.
Don't be afraid. We mean no harm.
You should imagine someone put their girl's name as Precious. It'd be that freaking Archon quest all over again. Freaking girls getting kidnapped. Jesus.
It looks like you're injured. How bad is it?
Thanks for your concern, but you didn't answer my question. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
My name is Lenny, and this is my sister Lynette.
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler. We're investigating the Phantom Weasel.
The Weasel posted a warning letter this morning. If he still lives, that means that Caesar was falsely accused. You knew Caesar better than anyone else. So if you're willing, we'd love to hear what you think about all this.
Oh boy.
I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you. In fact, we'll do all we can to keep you safe.
I never believed that he was the Weasel.
Huh. I suspected as much. Okay, so going back 10 years, do you remember anything strange in the weeks leading up to the accident? Did Caesar have a falling out with anyone, for instance?
Beef with anyone, perhaps?
No. Not that I know of.
Got it. All right. Sorry for disturbing you.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to be alone with him.
I don't know. You a bit suspicious. You mean your hands hurt for some odd reason? And the thing is,
by the look on her face, there's definitely something fishy about her.
I mean, the game's not going to add in something like her hand being messed up for no reason. So, I'm sure that all connects together.
Lying. She definitely knows something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, perhaps she simply doesn't trust us.
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers who showed up and started questioning her about things that happened a whole decade ago.
Yeah, that's true.
It makes sense that she'd be wary around us. In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day. Meet me outside Hotel de Bois tomorrow, and then we'll start the next step of our plan.
Sounds good to me. We're gonna have to see what the hell she knows one way or another, I don't know. Wait till the next morning, 8 a.m. And that's good enough. And just let that thing zoom. I can't make that go faster, can I? Very nice. Good old just ticking clock ASMR. Oh jeez, I didn't claim all these. 5 primo jam. Oh my god. I'm rich. Thank you. Thank you for that very much. Don't you start with that silly troll stuff, don't do it. Hu Tao, I'm not trying to hear that right now. The only thing I'm trying to hear about Hu Tao is a skin coming out. Other than that, I don't need to hear that dialogue again.
Over here.
Alright, my guy.
Lynette's not joining us today?
Or is she investigating
I've
elsewhere?
had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. They should be at a cafe right now. Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us. So, we need a contingency plan.
Alright, so where should we start?
Today, we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's former pupil and assistant. When Caesar passed away, all the stolen goods discovered in his home were confiscated and returned to their rightful owners. But Lorenzo was the only one privy to all his magic secrets, and he inherited his craft. Before long, Lorenzo was the next big magician in town, his fame surpassing even that of his master, and it made him very wealthy. He's since left the magic scene though, and these days, he's a wealthy businessman with his fingers in a lot of different pies. I had to pull a lot of strings, but I managed to get him to agree to a couple of drinks with me. Be warned, though, I hear he's got a hair-triggered temper. We'd best be careful.
So don't make him mauled. Okay. Hello everyone, how are you? I'm doing good, Silu. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Just getting back into the groove of streaming for the week. Doing some investigating in this story quest over here.
That you were bringing 2 other people with.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, you really do have an attitude.
My apologies. These 2 are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself, they begged and pleaded with me to bring them along. And if it's no trouble, a couple of autographs would really make their day.
Yeah, I'll sell it online.
Forget the pleasantries, just sit.
Okay, buddy. You doing good? That's good to hear. Yeah, basically, I'll give you the quick summary in one sec.
This guy. Forget the pleasantries, he says, but he looks pretty happy about Lenny stroking his ego.
Of course. Basically, quick summary is magician slash thief from years ago, that a thief that would steal anybody, like steal anything from anybody. It didn't matter what it was, if it was expensive or not, as long as they cared about it. Has resurfaced when he was thought to be dead, and has put out a warning that he will be back in action in 3 days, well now it's 2 days in the game, and he will be going to the show that the magician that we're talking to is going to be doing. So we're trying to figure out if it's actually the same dude, the same thief from 10 years ago or not, or it's somebody imitating said thief. So that's what's going on. So we're investigating it, and now we're trying to get some information out of this wealthy magician that is retired and is scummy. So yeah.
I only agreed to meet since we're both magicians. Do me a favor and cut to the chase. I have more important things to do than drinking.
Yeah.
Much obliged, sir. As it happens, the matter I want to address is also related to magic.
An Arsene Lupin of sort. The whole Phantom Thief thing that they have going on. Well, yeah, they are the Phantom Thief, the freaking person, yeah. Anyways.
Yesterday morning, a warning letter from the Phantom Weasel appeared on the
Oh yeah, the name's the Phantom Weasel, by the way.
He claims to be planning something for the same evening that I'm scheduled to do a magic show there. As such, I believe that I may well be his target. I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned. Naturally, any investigation into the Weasel starts with a few questions about Caesar, who...
What is there to investigate?
Oh boy.
Caesar was the Weasel, and he's been dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it'd be funny to write a warning letter? It changes nothing. Are you trying to tell me you actually bought it?
Bro, calm down.
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up. I do concede that a copycat is but one possibility.
Possibility? It's a fact, Lyney. Look, my patience is limited, so listen carefully while I'm still willing to put up with you. The Weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows that, so do yourself a favor and quit this investigation. It'll lead you nowhere. Look, if this affects your magic show in any way, I will personally compensate you for any losses.
Oh, sir, I'm honored, really. But this isn't about finances for me. My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo. Copycat or not, this person has thrown me the gauntlet, and I must meet their challenge head on.
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy. Just tell me, what exactly are you seeking to do?
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's true identity. I have to know for myself what really happened 10 years ago.
What would that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway? Look, you of all people should know that a magician never reveals their secrets. And in any case, dead men don't talk. So if you really care about your magician's pride, then you'll forget about Caesar and move on.
Nah, I don't think so. You said I don't know a thing about this game, but I would just guess it's a new Phantom Weasel, not the copycat. Is your friend magician just here? Wait, you're saying the copycat would be freaking Lenny? Is that what you're trying to say?
Uh-oh, this is getting awkward.
Lorenzo? Is that? Oh, it is you!
Oh, bro, he's drunk.
I know that big, booming voice anywhere. What's up, my man? Wanna grab a drink with me?
Oh, Lord.
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on. You can't be all
Bro, y'all got the
business
same mustache.
all the time. You know what they say? Live fast, die young.
Young.
You gotta learn how to kick back and relax once in a while.
Oh, boy.
If I wanted your life advice, I'd ask for it. Now get out of my face and go be drunk somewhere else.
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, hey.
Oh, boy.
Edmundo. He and I are business pals. We work together a bunch of
Hey,
times.
Edmundo, you want to tell me some information about this whole thing while you're drunk? Because I'm sure you'll tell me some useful information that bro over here doesn't want me to know.
This is your first time meeting him? Oh, he's always like this. Foul-mouthed and hard-nosed. Never heard a kind word out of this guy the whole time I've known him.
Damn. To be known as a jackass the entire time that you know somebody is pretty rough.
And he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being, what, pushing 40, 30,
Damn.
something? Anyway, point is, a lot older than when he first got rejected by the girl he was into. And he's still into, from what I hear.
Oh? But damn, dude, pushing 40 and you freaking... Woo! You haven't had one girlfriend? Or how's it going for you, bro?
Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business with me ever again. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, look what you did. You done cooked him, and now he's all mad.
Sorry, I may have had a little too much to drink. All right, I'm gonna leave. Don't work too hard.
This voice acting, man. Yeah, Edmundo just spilling everything to a random guy, eh? I mean, he was drunk as hell, huh?
As well. If you really want to investigate this, Lyney, be my guest.
Oh, now you want us to? Yeah, be my guy. Okay, be my guy. All right, I'll be seeing you, my guy.
If nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Is that a threat? Yo, what's up, Josuke? How you doing? Welcome. The hell is that guy on now?
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular fashion. Any thoughts?
There's something strange about him, yeah. So, you know what's interesting? The Edmundo, the drunk guy, just said that the other dude that we just talked to, that he, there's a girl that he wanted to get, right? And that he still was into. You don't think he was talking about the wife of the freaking, Weasel, right? I don't know. Well, what's up? Nothing much. Just getting deeper into this freaking quest over here at the moment.
Totally.
Trying to figure things out. There's a lot of different ideas floating.
Why would someone you just met make an offer like that?
And you said it always comes down to women? Damn. I mean, yeah. And the freaking Archon quest, and now over here. Women.
He's gotta be hiding
The
something.
things that a man will do for a woman.
She's a
Sheesh.
little suspicious, but this guy's definitely covering something up.
I think so too. We need to look into Lorenzo more closely. That guy Edmundo seems to know a thing or two about him. He only just left. Let's see if we can catch up with him.
Listen, when a guy down tremendously, bro, in simp mode, Lord only knows the things that he will do. You did this quest. Did you enjoy it? I haven't got to hear what people's thoughts are on this quest yet, obviously, so I do not know. You did? That's good. Okay. Good. Damn, you need some water, my guy.
You okay there?
Hell no.
Who are you? Oh, it's you guys. Don't worry about me. I must have had one too many. I just need to ride it out.
You got it, bro.
I say way too much back there, didn't I? I nearly talked myself into complete financial ruin. Note to self, no more drunken chats when Lorenzo's around.
So, he was serious about threatening to cut you off? Ugh, Paimon knew he was a bad egg.
Hey. Keep your voice down. Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs. Bad things happen to people who ask too many questions.
Oh.
Make an enemy out of him.
So really now, huh?
What kind of bad things?
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut this conversation short. I'm not crossing that line again.
Bro, we getting a mafia on him, bro? What you talking about?
And take it from me, trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't need in your life. You saw him flare up back there. I don't know what you said to him, but clearly it touched a nerve. That's not a good sign. You're too young for this. Don't get in over your head. I'm leaving.
No, okay, you sound like you're about to go throw up. Alright, my guy. So Lorenzo deals with people that get him mad, huh?
What do we do now, Lenny?
Shh. I think we're being watched.
Oh,
Someone's
the feds,
listening
the
to
dude
our
with the
whole
sunglasses in the
conversation.
back.
Don't say anything and don't look back. Any altercation in the city will attract the guards. We'd better take this elsewhere.
And it begins. Great. Now we gotta be careful. Get out of the city and lure out the people tailing you. Alright, if that's what you want. Bro, really got the feds on us like this. Okay, buddy. What are we gonna do? Bring them out and just beat up his freaking security? His secret services?
You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce yourselves?
Look at this.
So
Look at these
you're
dudes.
Lenny. And where's your sister? Ain't she with you today?
Listen, you asking too many questions.
Save us the trouble and go fetch her for us. Let's not drag this out.
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister. Who sent you, huh?
Save your questions, missy.
So,
You ain't gonna need answers where you're going. Capiche?
nah.
Looks like we can't avoid this fight. Now, I'm
Ain't
not
no
the strongest
capiche.
fighter, so I hope you're ready to back me up.
Let's do
Don't
it.
worry, we got this.
Man, these dudes about to get bodied. They don't even have the sides on their sunglasses there. Smoothface is a terrible name for a goof.
Gather!
Alright, watch this.
My will embodied. There is no escape.
Alright, get in there, my boy. Ooh. Bro really be tossing them cards. Oh, and then, okay, yeah, I forgot. So, yeah, you're a bow user. Whoops. Damn.
Curses. They're tougher than we thought.
We beat that life out of it. I mean, I expected as much, obviously. I was trying to get some more freaking Lenny gameplay in there.
Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did on the lady.
Oh, on the lady. Were you the dudes who hurt the wife?
Come on, let's scram.
Is that why her hand got messed up?
Hey, wise guys, we ain't done with you yet. Oh, they got away. Did you catch what they said just before they left? Something about intimidating someone else.
Yeah.
Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic, and they've already done it to someone else, but who?
Gemma, possibly?
You're right. She was injured when we saw her yesterday, and she acted like she had something to hide.
Maybe she'll talk to us if we're like, hey, these dudes tried to bother us too.
Maybe she was too scared to tell us the truth because those guys had threatened her.
That's why she was like, who's asking?
Well, if that's the case, she should be more willing to open up to us once she learns that those thugs won't be bothering her anymore. Let's head back to the cafe and see if we can get any information from her.
I think we should be able to now. Alright. Inform Gemma of what's happened. Over here we go. Alright, do a little dip down. Okay, right into the water. Nice. Freaking nice. That's just what I wanted. Ah, hello there.
Gemma?
You again. What is it this time?
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and we gave them a taste of their own medicine. So, you can relax now. We're here to protect you.
What? Why? I didn't tell you anything. Why would they come after you?
Well, we're starting to investigate. That's why. we're you know, doing some stuff that people don't want us to do.
Sounds like they're no strangers to you.
That's putting it mildly. I know them all too well, and I hate them with every fiber of my being. It's been 10 long years, and still every time I try to look into Caesar's death, they show up and warn me not to do anything stupid.
You said, by the way, it's your first stream of Fontaine that you're here for. How's the update so far? Insanely good. You had missed because I streamed it like right when it came out, or like close to when it came out at nighttime. You missed the Archon quest, the first act and the second act, which is like the main story, and it was really good. Let me tell you, like, they knocked it out of the park. Like, my expectations were already high because I knew it was going to be really good, but I loved both acts, so I will say that. And aloha, what's up, Jack? How you doing? Welcome in. So yeah, very, very good stuff, I would say. Especially if you like investigating, like detective type stuff, you know, like a Danganronpa or like Phoenix Wright, stuff like that, then Fontaine, those first 2 acts, you're really gonna enjoy. I mean, as you see more investigating over here, that's sort of how they're going about this Fontaine stuff.
How do I know I can trust you? Do you really think you can get to the bottom of it all? And why are you doing this?
You agree with the statement that they blew the quest out of the water, pun intended? There you go. There you go. Yeah, no, they did such a good job. Like, I'm really happy, and I'm excited for the next 2 acts that are going to be coming up next update. And the characters, oh my god. The characters are so good in in Fontaine. Like, I want to pull for the majority of them. Anyways, let me get back to this, but yes. Fontaine, very good, very good.
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but I can promise you this. I will expose the Phantom Weasel's true identity.
And her name is Navida, right? The girl that we helped out. I mean, she was in both acts, but in Act 2 specifically, right? Because she is great. Such a well-written character. Oh my god. Like, ridiculously well-written.
Because
and the progression for her.
This is a personal matter of the utmost importance. I give you my word. Trust me.
Okay. How can I help you?
A little jazz. A little blues, a little bit.
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effects. If possible, I'd like to take a look at them. Do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Sonde. But the place was sealed up by the police after his death, and no one's been there since. I also know that the Fleuve Sonde is dangerous territory. Lots of hostile groups lurking around.
I ain't worried about that.
If you're serious about going there, please be careful.
I got you. Say less,
Understood.
say less.
Lynette, you stay here and take care of Gemma. Don't let her come to harm.
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm ordering dessert.
Well, you enjoy.
I mean, bon appetit. But stay sharp, too. They're likely to come for you while I'm away.
Okay. All right. Power saving mode off. I'll start taking this more seriously now.
Alright, hell yeah. Correct, but you're more partial to the Electro-Mummy, Clarend. Her. Listen, ever since I saw her in the first trailer that she was in, I want to pull for her. Absolutely. Like, 1000% I am going to be pulling for her. The freaking character that'd be looking like she's from Bloodborne, yeah, I'm gonna need her. That's like an instant cop. Have to. So I'm with you there, dude. I couldn't agree more, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, you really enjoyed Danganronpa and Phoenix Wright games, so I sold you. Yeah, it was good. It was very, very fun. And they had some good plot twists so far. And you said Act 1 is good. It could be compared to the Sub-Zero's Festival. Yes, the Sub-Zero Festival. Good old Sumeru, huh? Which Sumeru was freaking solid, too. They did a really good job. And I don't want to say full on that I like that Fontaine. Well, I mean, you know what? I think I'm already basically saying it. That I think Fontaine is even better than Sumeru. But I'm not saying that Sumeru was bad, because Sumeru was ridiculously good. But I mean, you want the game you play to keep getting better and better and better, and I think they're even doing it with Fontaine. So that's a good sign, you know? Because I didn't really, I can't think of like main story complaints I had for Sumeru. Not off the top of my head. I'd have to think about that. Oh god. But part of me might be a little bit biased because I am a huge freaking Scaramouche / Wanderer fan at the same time. So that content was just like literally
If
for
Gemma
me.
gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Huh. Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. Let's shift them away first.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. It should be just down here.
Alright, let's do it. Yes, you will be pulled, but first comes the hydraulic on, and then the first 2 acts of fontaine, which are slightly better than Sumera's first 2. Yeah, I agree. Let's do it. Let's freaking go, dude. Alright, give me... I be forgetting I have Arataki Ito. I need to use him more often. Because Ito be hella fun. Also, I know there's sort of no point in me having both of these characters in Xingqiu and freaking Yelan, because they both do the same thing, except Yelan's like a better version. But for some reason in my brain, I'm just like, yes, more water. But I feel like it's like overkill. Like I could just put another element in there, but I don't know. Something in my brain is just like, yes, more. Alright, here we go. Oh! How? Oh, well, guess we're going down, boys. Freaking got too ahead of myself. And then I think also I'm just gonna really enjoy this because of Arlecchino.
Nothing suspicious here.
I know I said her name wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. You fell there too, but not like that.
Oh. Is this one of Caesar's gadgets?
What the?
Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
Oh my god, I love his animations though. Like, if there wasn't a bunch of other characters that I wanted to get, I kid you not, chat, I would pull for Lenny. I actually would. Like, I think bro is cool. But I just, you know, I gotta save up. But I love his bow also. His bow is so cool. Like, this is one of those characters that you could just tell they had a freaking blast with. Like, hell yeah. But at least we got Lynette for free. Yes, the mommy who's also known as Daddy. Yes, I know what you're talking about, yes. Indeed, indeed. New entry. Okay, so these are some new enemies.
No, my sword.
Let's get
Rain
it.
outlines your
Bring it around.
quietly now.
Eat out.
Whoa. Look. The doll in the box is glowing.
Oh, they're flying. What the hell? Alright.
There's something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look.
Wish list. I'd like a little dove. Ah. So yeah, this is the wish list thing. I want a robot with cool powers. No, you need your parents' permission to own a pet. And you also need to take good care of it. I brought a fluffy toy dove for you this time. If you're ready to own a pet, I'll make a real dove appear for you next time. Caesar. Ah. I want a bucket of fried chicken that never runs out. What type of wish? A bucket of fried chicken that never runs out. Bro, what in the world? I'd like a new bag. No, there's no such thing as a fried chicken that never runs out. Just as there's no such thing as children who never grow up. Also, eating too much fried food is bad for you. Make sure to pair it with something healthy, like a salad, alright, Caesar? Infinite KFC, yeah. Bro loves them chicken buckets, dude. That's you, fried chicken, some good old KFC. KFC do be hitting. I like KFC more than Popeyes, to be honest with you. Like, I feel like Popeyes fails me every time. But KFC, man, they have gotten, like, much better, in my opinion, over the last few years.
These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
Just hit them, forehead.
From the rest. Let's investigate.
Ooh, this music, though. Yeah, what is this? Okay. I see. So just... Was it... that one? Am I a genius? I think I am. Hey, yo. You said Popeyes to go to sandwiches and your opinion is smaller and less meatier than KFC, but makes up in the taste department. I'm gonna say something, and it might
Shall we try a different one?
surprise you. I hate Popeyes with a burning passion, and I think Popeyes has one of the worst chicken sandwiches in the chicken sandwich game. That Popeyes chicken sandwich I've had multiple times, and it infuriates me. I eat that chicken sandwich, and it tastes like nothing. I have the spicy chicken sandwich, it still feels like I'm tasting like nothing. Every time I've had that sandwich, it feels like there's more breading on there than there is chicken. Each time they give me these freaking scrawny, booty-looking freaking sandwiches that got like no chicken on it, and then they freaking burn the bread. They do something. Every time I've had that Popeyes chicken sandwich, they mess up on something. And people always say it's so good. But every time I've had it, trash. Garbage. KFC, that chicken sandwich don't be letting me down. And they have different ones with like bacon and cheese, and they have the spicy one, that one on point. Even Burger King's chicken sandwich I like more. And I used to hate Burger King because they got me with food poisoning when I ate a Whopper years ago when I was a little kid. Chick-fil-A's freaking chicken sandwich is good. PDQ's chicken sandwich is good. But freaking Popeyes lets me down every time, man. I can't do it. I literally can't do it. But KFC's been on point. All right, let me watch this thing real quick because I have to watch the one that's getting shifted around. That's what they're trying to do, which is this one. You said KFC does indeed slap, and Popeyes loses points because of the dry biscuits, at least where you live. Ah, I see. I'm not crazy about the biscuits, just in general, but it's like Popeyes fries are good, but like everything else, I don't know. And it's just like, man, the people that work at Popeyes are so rude. My God. Look, some of the rudest workers, bro. Let me tell you.
That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
Lyney, what are you looking at?
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician's workshop. There's a distinct lack of mystery. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. I'm starting to wonder whether Caesar built this whole place as one big, elaborate magic contraption. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe a hidden room somewhere.
Secret compartment?
If I just move this book, then hopefully... and...
Presto. Ah, the classic bookshelf.
A secret passageway! How did you know?
I'm a magician too, and apparently great minds really do think alike.
Do be like
Looks
that, huh?
pretty big inside. Let's head in and take a look around.
Let's do it. You gonna go cry in a corner? Listen, I tried to like that Popeyes chicken sandwich. I even tried the blackened one that came out recently. But oh my god, the blackened one was so nasty. Like, that was like the worst thing I've eaten this year. I couldn't even take a bite out of it because it tasted so gross. I was just like, ooh. I couldn't do it. Yet now I want some more KFC, but I'll probably just make some chicken that I have in my house after this. That's what I'm gonna do, get some protein in, you know. That reminds me, I gotta buy protein powder after this.
Busted.
I like how all it took was me reading one of the notes about somebody wanting a never-ending bucket of chicken, and it turned into a whole freaking chicken discussion. Alright. Let's do it. But yeah, the KFC in France, I would, like, when I eventually visit, like, different countries and stuff, I would love to try, like, the fast food in different places, because I've heard it's so much better than it is in the US. Like, they have just a bunch of just wild stuff, you know?
Rain outlines
Like,
your
very, very
fate.
different
Witness the
things, and
power
it's
book.
extremely intriguing to me. So I would like to.
Gotcha.
Alright,
Here comes
look at
the
this.
finale.
I love this. Oh, and that takes you out of it? Okay. So if I hit R2 during that, that's going to take me out. Gotcha. Interesting, interesting.
Why have you stopped, Lenny? Is there some device in that box?
Huh. It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys go on ahead. If anyone makes a major discovery, let's rendezvous here.
Okay.
All right. See you in a bit.
Sounds good to me. Solve the magical puzzle. Okay. You said we have some burger with cheese made in France, for example, and some are really good. I mean, I love burgers. I am a burger enthusiast, so I will try it. What is this? Activate all the steps without stepping on one twice? I see. Oh, I'm stupid, wait. Oh my god, okay, wait.
Guess we've got to finish it in one run, huh?
Okay. You got, oh my god, you got Lenny from a 10 pull and ruined your guaranteed? Bruh. Damn. What was the last character I pulled for? Was it Nahida? Oh my god, has it been that long? It might have been that long. Got it. Ayy. Big brain, eh? Let's go. You said you're half Indian and you gotta tell me the McDonald's in India blew you away, really. Nothing like here. They do some crazy stuff in their vegetarian recipes, but KFC India was one of the nastiest, really. Here's the thing about McDonald's. Let me break it down to you like this. There is things from McDonald's that I really like the taste of, but the issue is I can't eat it. Like, McDonald's is like one of the only fast food places where if I eat it, I'm going to be in pain for a week. I kid you not, it's that bad. Like, my stomach does not like McDonald's at all. Like, if I want to poison myself, essentially, I'd eat McDonald's. That's how my stomach works.
Oh, this bookcase is full of Caesar's own notes. He wrote a lot about the principles of magic. Whew. Much too advanced for Paimon.
This is a crazy looking room.
Hey, look! Is that Caesar's diary on the table?
Yeah, let me take a look. I don't know why I thought of freaking Kang's room from like Marvel, from the show Loki. For some reason, this made me think of like the room that Kang was in. Huh, weird. Anyways, random thoughts with me over here.
This book's thick as a brick! Let's take a peek inside it, shall we?
You said, yeah, same here, McDonald's cozy because of the grease they use. Maybe it's that or something, because I just can't. Like, I can't do it. The fries, the nuggets, and I really like the nuggets, man, of the fries. Like, nothing. I can't do it. My stomach will die. So, yeah. Alright, let's see. So we've got all this information about the wish list.
At one of my shows a few days ago, a child asked me how I pulled candy out of my hat. As a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish-granting machine.
Oh, so is that how it happened?
Today, a whole bunch of kids were pestering me to pull all sorts of things out of the hat.
So just because he made one joke, the kid told everybody else and they thought it was true. So that's how that started? Wow.
So I told them another white lie. The machine needs time to power up, but in the meantime, you can write your wishes down. Well, they took me up on that offer.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Enthusiastically. As I write this, I've only just got back from running around all over town, buying the things they wanted. Boy, are my legs sore.
Well, that's what happens when you lie. You keep lying, you do a little white lie, it comes up and it freaking catches up to you, man. That's what happens, and the more you lie, the worse it gets. So, yeah.
I wound up saving very little this month, but that's not a major issue. I now have a bigger problem. How am I going to hide all these things inside my hat?
Yeah, now you're asking the real questions, eh? Oh boy, about the children studying magic.
Two
Yes,
children
yes,
came to
yes.
talk to me after today's show. I don't know why they were out on their own. They looked much too young to be unsupervised. I do hope they got home safely. Anyway, they said that they wanted me to teach them how to do magic. It's not uncommon for children to ask this, of course, but I've never seen any of them as serious about it as these two.
Wait a minute. Two children that wanted to learn how to do magic? You said you missed a minute. I have some crazy stuff been revealed. It just explained of why the kids thought that the magician could make anything appear because he had lied about it jokingly, and then the kid told everybody else that the hat actually has powers and that the hat needs to power up to be able to make anything come out of the hat and stuff. So it was a lie that just got worse and worse and worse. And now he's talking about two kids that he was trying to teach that wanted to learn magic from him, which I'm thinking is Lenny and Lynette. But we'll see.
I told them that learning magic is very hard work, but that didn't faze them at all. It's like they already knew. And they seemed so committed. I couldn't turn them down.
About Lorenzo's issues.
It seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately, but he won't open up to me about it. Surely he's not upset that I agreed to teach those two children. I'll have to talk him around. I have a good feeling about those kids. They're naturally talented, and it seems like they're not new to the world of magic. They have all sorts of fantastic ideas. All I'm really doing is helping them develop a more professional standard training plan. They wanted to call me master, but I told them they absolutely mustn't. Any magician worth their salt could have taught them what I have. They're the geniuses here. Compared to them, I don't deserve to be called any sort of master.
Very humble.
With time, I have no doubt that they could become far greater magicians than I. My only concern is why they're so mature for their age. I fear they've had to grow up too fast. I don't dare to imagine what they must have been.
It's definitely Lenny and Lynette. Based off of what we found out in the other acts with the messed up childhood they had, yeah.
Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them. Says that their eyes are too piercing. They don't bother me, but then again, I've never been the sharpest tool in the shed.
And about the farewell.
It's nearly time for me to go on tour. I asked the two kids if they'd like to come with me, but they shook their heads. I once overheard them talking about their father and their mission. Their parents have other plans
their father, Arlecchino.
I guess we'll be parting ways soon.
And yeah, their mission, yeah. Oh, I know about their mission.
It's only been 10 days since I first met them, but I think that I've gotten a feel for their personalities now.
Putting this all together right now.
They're very tough, but also very cautious, and they trust no one but each other. This, I fear, is not a good habit to have. They hide things from me too. For example, when I asked them where they live and why they wanted to learn magic, they lied. That's the thing about children. Whenever they're trying to cover something up, it always shows somehow.
You said, whoa, who could have seen this coming? Yeah, right?
I can sense that their lives have been hard. Possibly even dangerous, too. They're not like other children. It's a shame that I can't do more to help them.
So, Lyney and Lynette. So this is why this matters so much to you too, huh?
After thinking things over, I decided to tell them a bit about how I see the world. It's full of lies and falsehoods. And that is why we must find our own truth. P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. Children are so opinionated nowadays. Will it do them more harm than good for someone they've only known 10 days to lecture them like that? P.P.S. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Children aren't interested in grand philosophies. It probably just went in one ear and out the other. I bet they've already forgotten every word I said. Oh, Caesar, Caesar. Just mind your own business.
Caesar, saying Caesar like that just makes me think of JoJo, dude. Caesar. Alright, anyways, stop reading. Yes, get me out of here. Yeah, putting lies on top of another will be fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, I mean, just put the pieces together.
Sounds a lot like he was writing about Lyney and Lynette, don't you think?
Yes, Caesar. Yeah.
So did they meet Caesar when they were kids? Let's go ask Lyney.
I'm sure Lenny's about to give me the backstory. Lenny, you wanna spill the tea a little bit over here, my guy? You wanna talk?
Lyney?
Shh, hold that thought. As I expected, there's a lot of fishy things going on in this place.
Fishy? Uh-oh, what have you found?
What you got?
All in good time. Before we go over our new leads, I want to tell you how a high-altitude escape is performed. First, the magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. The box is then suspended high in the air, and a short while later, the base automatically opens. At this point, a dummy will fall out of the box, but it looks real enough to grab the audience's attention, and they start wailing and screaming. Meanwhile, the real magician, who has by now blended into the crowd, waits for a good moment to make their appearance and put on a hysterical performance. Oh no! Is that me? Did I just fall to my death?
Very vivid description. Paimon can really picture it. And then what?
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the time they realize what's happened, the dummy has vanished. As if everything that just happened was some sort of shared illusion.
Playing with people's brains.
Of course, that's just how I think the process should work, theoretically speaking.
Okay, so theoretically speaking, what do you mean?
The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, Caesar was the one who fell out, and not the dummy. He fell right to the ground from the highest point of the opera house. No one could hope to survive that fall. Not without a vision, at least.
Damn.
And no one else has ever attempted this trick since. My understanding of how it works is just based on what it could gather from his notes.
That's a way to go out, huh?
In his workshop.
So Caesar's famous high-altitude escape has never been done, huh? Paimon was about to say how cool it would have been to see it in person, but if it's that dangerous, it's probably for the best that no one else tries to do it.
Yeah, probably a bad idea.
Wait a second. So if a dummy's supposed to drop out of the box, then where does the real magician go? How does he get out?
Glad you asked. That brings us to the secret of said box. This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the performance, and it's not as simple as it looks. Inside, there's a device that only the magician himself would know about. Once the magician's inside, and the box is lifted up into the air, the audience's view of the box is fixed at a certain angle. From where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front, sides, and bottom, but the back and the top are now no longer visible. At this point, the magician presses a button inside the box, opening a secret door out of view.
Of course.
He then escapes through this trap door onto the opera house roof, waits for the dummy to fall and distract the audience, and quietly returns to ground level.
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined. Even Paimon could probably
you know, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Well, there's a little more to it than that, of course. The hardest part of this trick is controlling the audience's mood and reactions. That takes an exceptional degree of showmanship. There's the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance, the pompous performing. Maybe the magician would even have themselves tied up before it begins to strengthen the impression that there's no escape. Many days and nights of careful research and painstaking practice would have gone into this, all culminating in a performance just a few minutes long, but one that still manages to transform the shock and grief of a tragic accident to the joy and laughter of a mesmerizing magic trick. Caesar was a highly accomplished magician, but unfortunately, even he didn't manage to pull it off.
So, how did it go so wrong? You said you found some fishy stuff here. Have you figured out what really happened?
I can make a pretty good guess.
Okay.
I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret button I mentioned positioned on the right-hand side. And, sure enough, he always used his right hand as his dominant hand in public.
Okay. Nothing suspicious there.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here. Which leads me to believe that Caesar was in fact left-handed.
So why would he pretend to be right-handed?
Because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. People naturally focus their attention on the most important details of the task or situation at hand. But a magician needs to be able to redirect an audience's attention at will, so as to avoid arousing their suspicion. The essence of magic is getting people to believe a lie. If even the truth raises eyebrows, the falsehoods become all the more difficult to mask. And so, Caesar trained himself to use his right hand to align with his audience's expectations. Great magic always requires sacrifices. But in his most stressful and nerve-wracking moments, and when no one was watching, reflex would kick in and he'd use his left hand. That's why he set his gadgets with the mechanism on his left.
So maybe somebody exploited the fact against him?
Exactly. I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had mere seconds to open the hidden compartment, retrieve the dummy, then open the secret door and make a swift escape. But I'm sure he was confident. He would have rehearsed countless times to the point where it was second nature. He'd barely need to think about what he was doing because muscle memory would guide him through. So he opened the compartment, took out the dummy, checked everything was in order, and then went to leave. With his left hand, he reached for the button, and suddenly, his heart skipped a beat. It wasn't there. Much like when you reach for your keys but find your pocket empty, his mind needed a moment to process what was going on. Instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the missing button, maybe for another second or two, until the bottom of the box gave way.
That is a terrible way to go.
With the stakes being as high as they were, just a 2-second delay cost him everything.
Cost him his
The authorities
life.
would find nothing suspicious and conclude that his death was due to his own error.
But it was a setup.
When in reality, someone switched the boxes.
Yep.
And they did it to murder him. How would they be able to make the switch without being noticed? That would be difficult to pull off, no?
I mean, it'd have to be somebody from the inside, huh?
It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed and who could move his props around without arousing suspicion.
Lorenzo?
Someone who was always by his side. Isn't that right, Lorenzo?
And that's why Lorenzo didn't want us to look into it.
You just couldn't let sleeping dogs lie, could you?
That was pretty obvious that it was Lorenzo, yeah?
There's not a lot of people who'd go to all this trouble for some magician who died 10 years ago. I didn't want to have to do this, you know. Silencing you the hard way just creates more problems for me to deal with.
Yeah.
But I gave you your chance. I hoped you'd do what's good for you and back off like the lady, but you disappoint me.
Man, you talking about we disappoint me. Would disappoint you, you disappoint us.
You mean Gemma? So you are the one who's been threatening her.
I mean, obviously.
Yes, although however stubborn she might be, she was never much of a liability. But you people, you never even knew him, but for some reason you just wouldn't drop it. Which is why you can't leave this place alive.
Bro,
take them out.
We are gonna mud stomp on these dudes and then you're gonna be next. Please.
Do your worst.
They got the Goomba enemies over here. He said, like the dude who tried to invent the suit that would slow down a tree? Sorry, I said a tree. Slow down a free fall. Sorry, I said tree. And he tried to prove it was working by jumping from the Eiffel Tower. I'm assuming bro died.
Busted.
I can imagine jumping from the Eiffel Tower, you know, isn't probably, you know, the best idea in the world.
I will have
you know.
order.
Also, if you hear something in the back, that's just my baby brother. For anybody who hasn't heard that before. So at any point, yeah. Just my baby brother.
Quietly now. These are about to get dicey.
Let's do a little bit of magic. I love this. This is so goofy. Take a card. Any card. Look at this dude. Bonk. Oh, and appreciate the sub, Void. Welcome.
Tougher than you look.
Had enough yet, Lorenzo? Your cronies can't help you now. I think it's high time you started talking. And what I'd really like to know is, why did you murder Caesar?
If I had a mora for every time you said that man's name. Of course you idolized Caesar, everyone else did. But I was the real genius magician. Me!
It was me, damn it!
He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made magic into the fine art it is today. The aristocrats doffed their hats to me!
So it was jealousy.
Yep.
Jealousy. Hatred, more like. I hated Caesar. All he cared about was his magic. He lived and breathed it.
You bitter as hell.
He poured everything into his street performances and his stupid tours like it was just a hobby to him, never bothering to think about mora. What sort of fool devotes their life to the art of deception and never has a mora to show for it?
I mean, that's how you know somebody really loves something. If you're doing something like that and you ain't even really making money, yeah, that's your passion, huh? You are truly passionate about it.
But the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. No one gave me a second look. All I ever heard was, "Oh, your master's amazing, isn't he?" Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and it brought me nothing more than the life I already had.
So why didn't you just leave?
He forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their mora. There was nothing he hated more than that. And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled in my own brand of money-making magic, he would expose me, and it would destroy me. I had to kill him. There was no other way. He had to go.
Bro said he was messing up the bag. Had to go. He was messing with my money. Damn. Bro was all about that bag.
And this was your only motive?
Money.
It was reason enough. What other motive would I need?
I don't know, maybe trying to get with his wife?
Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors at play. For instance, maybe you were in love with Gemma, but she was engaged to Caesar.
In love with Gemma? Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, are you sure about that?
Guess I was wrong about that then.
Okay, buddy.
Next question. Are you the Phantom Weasel?
I am.
Oh, wow. Well, you look at that.
Caesar was so strict with me. He insisted that his way was the right way. That the sole purpose of magic was to bring joy to the world.
So you've just, you 10 years ago, you were just stealing stuff from people just to steal. What the hell are you on, bro?
I never bought into any of that. I was more interested in the practical value of magic. Sure enough, it helped me fill my pockets with all kinds of valuable treasures.
But I heard the Phantom Weasel stole from the rich and poor alike.
Oh, yeah! Charlotte told us that the Weasel would steal whatever people valued, no matter how much he was worth.
That's just how it looked from the outside. What would any thief want with second-rate loot? I've only ever targeted high-value items. I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft. It was other people's overactive imaginations that conjured up the preposterous image they then dubbed the Phantom Weasel.
So that's the story, huh? Well, I hope you're ready to tell it all over again during your trial.
Tell it to the judge.
What choice do I have? You're a pack of wolves, and you've got me between your jaws. You've seen what's here, and my last-ditch effort to stop it getting out has failed. What else can I do?
You know, I'm sort of surprised they made it this obvious that it was him that did it. I mean, you're able to tell once he was acting rude and suspicious, like right off the bat.
So be it.
But okay.
I've enjoyed power and wealth for the last 10 years, the likes of which Caesar could never give me. I wouldn't choose for things to end this way. But I regret nothing.
Yeah, that's how you know it's bad. When the criminal straight up says that they don't regret anything, yeah, nah. You trash, bro. You trash.
Very well. In
Pack
that
'em up.
case, I'll contact the guards.
Just pack him up, dude.
Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Lorenzo for me. I'll meet you just outside the workshop when I'm back.
Who sent the letter? Oh, so it wasn't him that sent the letter then? I don't know. This dude. I don't know. We'll have to see. What's up, bro? Saw you might suggested. I'm doing good. How you doing? And yes, the YouTube algorithm actually working. Oh, boys, the algorithm is finally in our favor. Will you look at that? But yeah, saw you did some Genshin content, so definitely had to. Yes, we're getting through this, which I'm pretty sure we should be getting close to finishing up this quest. But a few days ago, we did the Archon quest, the first act and the second act for Fontaine, which were insanely good. So I've been enjoying Fontaine very much. It has been refreshing, to say the least. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. But I appreciate you for being here. Welcome. Like, if you have any questions or anything, let me know. You're a Sino main? Hey, nice. I need to continue building my freaking Sino. I need to continue building my freaking Wanderer and Sino. I have them both. They're both at level 70 right now. It's just, I've built so many characters in this game, you get to a point where you're just like, oh my god. But, yeah. Definitely gotta get these two up to 80. So, yeah. And you said, can you check my Sino? Tell me what you think. Your Sino is probably better than mine. I would guarantee it. The majority of people that I know that play Genshin, their stats are better than mine, bro. So I wouldn't doubt for a second that your stats are better. I will tell you that much. Which I think my stats are still like decent, because because I still be shredding through stuff. But other people, oh my god, their stats are on another level. All right, let's get out of here. Let's keep her going.
Lyney has told me the whole story. Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar and to framing him for the Phantom Weasel's crimes?
Oh yeah, not to prove that you're better, you're just proud of them, want to show others when you only have the time. No, you're good. It's all good. I get you. I get you.
Look who's finally developed a conscience. What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it, because there'll be hell to pay.
Damn.
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lenny? Should we start preparing for your show?
You know what I've noticed too? Fontaine, so far it's been pretty dark with the stuff that's been going on. Like, super scummy. Like, everything that's been going on has been just brutal, disgusting, scummy. I'm just like, damn, bro. Everybody was stabbing each other in the back, being petty to each other, all this stuff. I mean, crimes going on for 20 years, 10 years ago, all this crap. Like, what the hell?
Let me think.
Yeah, Fontaine's dark for real, exactly.
Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first. With Lorenzo in custody, Gemma will no longer have to fear for her safety.
Good point! We should go tell Gemma the good news right away. It'll give her some peace of mind for sure.
And you said, yeah, and you're in like 4 gotchas at the same time and still do big games too, so yeah, not having top-notch stats is pretty normal. Yeah, exactly, you get it. It's like I'm just now trying to really grind and freaking Honkai Star Rail so I can get my units up more, because they keep releasing stuff that I really need to make sure my units are up to date, so that will be a thing. And then I did some grinding and punishing Grey Raven, and then I played a bit of Nikke, which I hadn't touched in months, because the Nier collab is coming, so I'm like, that'll be something I actually want to check out. So yeah. You said, so you mean that France-inspired region is full of deceit and treason? You know it. Did the trial in the beginning of the story quest, then went to farming Fontaine, saving story for when there's no more to grind. Ah, I see. Not a bad idea. Yeah, I immediately burned through both acts, but I mean, content creation, Gotta do it. But I enjoyed them very much. Also been busy editing Genshin videos. Talk about time consuming. I mean, yeah, video editing in general is freaking time consuming as hell. Jesus. That stuff will drain you. I know that for sure. I mean, I've seen the process and done it myself before with longer videos. Yeah, once again, your country looks shady from a foreign perspective. Yeah. Once again, it's always France,
You're
man.
back. You were so quick. I've only just finished my third dessert.
Oh, only your third? Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Your third? Lynette, come on, we've talked about this. Everything in moderation. You're not gonna have any room left for dinner now.
I mean, that was her dinner, Jesus.
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and knock off the excess sugar.
Okay.
That's besides the point. Well, it's done now. But try to eat a more balanced diet in the future.
Probably won't be a bad idea. Building another team to 36 the abyss. It's like, oh my god, why did they curse me with the love for grindy games? I mean, I enjoy games where you know, you have to grind at times too, as long as it doesn't get like freaking hella tedious. Because I mean, I used to play like Destiny and stuff like that, so I get it. But you just reminded me, I do have to do the abyss.
Point taken.
That face though.
Did everything go okay?
Yeah, we caught the guy, man.
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for us. The guards are taking him into custody as we speak.
Gosh, that's amazing. I'm sorry, I still didn't know if I could trust you, but now it seems I can.
Hell yeah.
I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but
Aw.
I...
Poor woman, dude. Jeez.
It's okay, we understand. He did threaten you. My mom would find it hard to trust strangers in your position too.
I mean, she crying too, cause bro freaking killed her husband.
But you don't need to be scared anymore. Everything's gonna be okay.
I mean, she's probably just sad too.
Sorry. Sorry. My emotions are all over the place right now. I've been waiting for this day to come for so long.
10 years.
I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's property, which I found suspicious. But I had people watching me all the time, so I couldn't risk looking into it. I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something terrible to me, and then no one would be left to visit Caesar's grave. So I never had the courage to speak out.
Jeez.
Thank you all.
Rough.
Truly. Thank you so much.
And Lenny's suggestion, everyone goes to the cemetery.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name.
Oh yeah, you said definitely put up all notifications for the content. All content viewers, I'll join your Discord here in a min. Gotta do commissions and get Yelan's talents. You finally got your hands on a copy. Hey, nice! Congrats to you, and I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, like, I do, like, I literally play a lot of other gacha games also, and I play games that aren't gacha. And I do anime content also. I probably do too much. I probably do too much over here, but I like playing whatever I enjoy. So if I enjoy something and I'm passionate about it, you'll see it on the channel. That's just how it is. But thank you, genuinely. That does help a bunch.
I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real Phantom Weasel. He never showed any signs that there were problems between him and Caesar in public. From the outside, it looked like they got along great.
I mean, that's how it looks. Like, that's the thing you have to be careful about, my dudes. It's the people closest to you that can be the most dangerous. Because they can be jealous of what you have, you know? That's the whole thing. Jealousy is a very dangerous thing, you know? Which I feel like it is normal. Like, everybody's gonna get jealous at some point or another, but you can't let that eat you alive and become a petty, just bastard, you know? You become petty as hell like that, it's gonna end up bad for you. So... yeah, and you recommend me to your homies Discord server. We all play Genshin, and some of them do Star Rail as well. Oh, thank you. I like I said, I really do appreciate that, dude. Thank you for that. And you said hello. Just want to say you're pretty cool. Oh, thank you, Faith. Once again, y'all are being so nice, but I genuinely do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Where was I? Yeah, but pettiness. Sheesh.
To think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest all this time, while Caesar's name was getting dragged through the mud. It's a travesty.
Yeah.
At least his soul can finally rest in peace now, thanks to your efforts.
Mm-hmm. Jeez.
If only I'd realized before it was too late.
Aw, she's beating herself up.
Don't blame yourself, Gemma. This isn't your fault.
Yeah,
You still have the rest of your life to live. Caesar wouldn't want to see you spending it feeling guilty.
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing a magic show at the Opera House tomorrow evening. Would you like to come along? It might raise your spirits. This show will be a special one. We're holding it in Caesar's honor.
In Caesar's honor? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I'll be there.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Traveler, Paimon, don't be late.
Why does something feel weird?
Don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna miss out on a free magic show.
Something feels weird, and maybe it's just me.
Wait, Paimon feels like we're forgetting something. Oh yeah, Caesar's diary!
Oh, is that what it is?
Found out if the two kids Caesar taught magic to were Lyney and Lynette.
I knew there was something that felt weird, and I was like, huh. Yeah, we didn't ask about that.
Workshop, so we didn't get a chance to bring it up.
Exactly. Okay, there it is.
Guess we'll just have to ask Lyney tomorrow evening.
But yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. All right, so 18 through 20. Was it the next day? It said. Yeah, next evening. Okay. You want me to bring it around town? 18 through 20, which is like boom, perfect 18. Yeah, because there's the whole thing with the story. So the twins they knew Caesar. And they learned magic from Caesar when they were very, very young. And then yes, we already know who the father is. The father, you know? A lot of layers on this. And also, if you haven't hit the like button on the stream, please be sure to do so, by the way. And if you've been enjoying the stream, it helps out a bunch to subscribe to, my dudes, as we getting close to that 10,000 subscriber mark out here. And then I do play hoyoverse games. I mean, I played Honkai Impact 3rd. I mean, Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, which Honkai Star Rail update is, what, next week, right? So we'll be continuing the main story there. And then I'd like to stream some simulated universe stuff, but I have to really grind that off cam first in order to get to the new stuff. But yeah, we do quite a bit. I could just teleport over there. What am I walking? Why am I walking? What kind of peasant walks when you could just teleport? Yeah. Yeah, and then yeah, FF16, Library of Ruina. Yeah, we'll get in our FF16 stream for the week, indeed. Like, this week I have to be on point with everything, and god. And what's up, Aqua? Welcome, how you doing? Yeah, I have to be on point with everything this week. It's a very busy week. And you said, you know, in mobile, at least you could quickly skip the time you want to and confirm it on the left side? Really? Just at the right time? It's pretty neat. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't know about that. Someone who doesn't have them activated has to walk. Did you say? Yeah, that is true. Alright, let's keep going. But yeah, I literally have to record some anime videos this week. There's like 3. 2 of them are actual reactions for episodes, and then the other one is checking out openings. And then I have the food sponsorship that I have to record. So, good lord. Oh, Jesus, chat out, man. But I'm very happy about it. Don't get it twisted. I am extremely happy about it. I've always wanted to get a food sponsor, so it's a dream come true.
Paimon's excited to see another of Lyney's magic shows. Wait, Lynette, shouldn't you be on stage by now?
This is a solo act?
Not this time. My brother's going solo today. So, I'll be watching with you.
Alright, let's do it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's ready because the show is about to begin.
Alright, let's do it.
Magician Lyney has prepared a spectacular show for us all tonight, concluding with an all-new grand finale that no audience has ever seen before.
Are you gonna do the trick that Caesar tried to do?
Thank you all so much for coming. Now, prepare to join me on a journey through the mystical and miraculous.
Let's do it. Lenny wows the audience with his skill. Also, before we continue, this quick side note. Me playing through Fontaine has really made me want to freaking play like Phoenix right. So at some point, hopefully before the year ends, I get to that. I mean, I played Danganronpa 1 and 2, but I gotta play Ultra Despair Girls next on stream. But anyways, I just wanted that to be said. Anyways, continue. Just quick side note.
Yes, it's just... It reminds me of him.
No wonder. Caesar was a famous magician too. So, how did you two first meet, Gemma?
Well, I was out on the street once, and I saw him performing for little children. Children love magic, because they're willing to believe in things that can't be rationally explained. Caesar had this amazing way of bringing them into a dreamlike world. And somehow, I felt drawn to him too. So, I went up and asked him to do a trick for me.
Aw, that sounds so romantic. What trick did he do?
It was with a flower. He took it in his hand, snapped his fingers, and it magically appeared on my head.
A flower, the same way that Lenny does that trick with the flower, huh?
I was so happy that day. No one had ever given me a flower before that.
Oh, that's so cute! Actually, now that you mention it, Lenny's done that one before.
Exactly. And how do I like the plot so far? I've really been enjoying it.
Is that right? Then I suppose he's a romantic at heart, just like Caesar. So let's treasure the time we have with him. After all, you never know when the people dearest to you might be gone.
Yeah, don't be sad. The killer's been caught. Huh?
That's right. It's all over now. Paimon doesn't really know how to comfort you, but at the very least, no one's gonna be intimidating you from now on. You can breathe easy at last, right?
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy now, Phantom Weasel.
See? Even Lynette says... Wait, what? The Phantom Weasel? Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
What do you mean, Phantom Weasel?
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
As Lyney once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role and put on a flawless performance for their audience. But once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's time to end the show. The spotlight is no place for someone with no more cards up their sleeve. It's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow act? I think it's time to put an end to it.
So she was just acting like she was sad?
What are you talking about?
Oh.
Paimon doesn't
Oh,
like this
no.
riddle. Traveler, Paimon doesn't like where this is going. Come on, say something.
Oh, no. It's like in the back of my head. There was like a shadow of a doubt, but I wasn't giving it too much attention. But like it... So when I said something felt weird, yeah, it wasn't me. Yeah, so it was not me forgetting to ask Lyney if he and Lynette were the two kids. It was this. That was the weird feeling I was getting, huh? Oh. Yeah, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all enjoying the performance so far.
Oh, this is something.
There will now be a brief intermission, after which Lyney will perform the most electrifying act of tonight's show. The one we've all been waiting for.
Oh, boy.
The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House, so please make your way outside in a calm and orderly fashion.
The Phantom Weasel never did like public places, did they? Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon. Let's talk somewhere else for now.
She's a great actress, so give her that. Oh, for sure. Put on the freaking performance of a lifetime, dude. What the hell? Yeah, you knew that there was another layer? Like, what the... Nah. Let's see it. Come on, talk. Like, don't tell me that this is what I think it is. So you telling me?
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid I can't do any tricks to liven up the mood.
Like, I'm gonna let this play out real quick, and then I'm gonna say what I gotta
This is a
say.
big mistake for a magician to make, but thankfully, I do have a backup plan. Now, who wants to hear a story?
Oh, I love stories. Go ahead. No, let him cook. Let him cook. I'm sure there's a purpose.
Gemma being the real Phantom Weasel a moment ago. Oh, what the heck's going on?
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking. I know the questions you want to ask. And as it happens, the story I'm about to tell might answer a few of them.
Backstory?
Really? Well then, let's hear it. Paimon's dying of
Let's do it.
curiosity
It's time to dive into the past,
Let's go
yes.
back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine. She never missed a target, never left a trace, and no treasure was safe from her thieving hands.
Here we go.
As her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police.
She had the outfit and
Opportunities
everything.
to act became ever fewer. Every day, she ran the risk of being exposed for who she was. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long, she found her ticket to freedom. She would create a scapegoat, a false weasel to close the chapter on her behalf. After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar. After all, magic and theft shared enough similarities for people to buy the story when the truth came out.
So then what?
Bro, they got walkers. We're Jover. What's up, Beep? How you doing?
Being the master deceiver she was, the Weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now, all that remained was to frame him for her countless crimes. But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered her mind. Maybe I don't need to get my hands dirty after all. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death.
Wow.
Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the Weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
You sick.
I've got to hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers. It's enough to make even me wonder whether there was really another mastermind behind all this, pulling the strings. But I just have one question. You seem to think that I am the villain in this tale. What's brought this on, Lyney? Is it something that Lorenzo said?
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the Weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that. He was too forthcoming with his confession, as if there was something else.
That's what I was saying. It was so weird that he straight up just admitted it like that. Like, it felt too easy, and as you see, there was more layers to this here.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me, even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. And I have no doubt that you, Gemma, are equally talented in this regard. With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. The lovesick fiancé, whose devotion to her betrothed is unshakable, even under threats of violence. Caesar was maligned and hated by all for 10 years, but you? Everyone sympathized with your plight. Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of Caesar's grave was actually the mastermind behind his
sick.
demise?
You know that?
Not that poor lady. Perish the thought.
Wait, so you mean the whole intimidation thing was just a hoax? Gemma and Lorenzo were both in on it? But why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't he sell her out even at the end instead of admitting to being the Weasel himself?
Whoa, there's only one reason for that, Paimon.
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself
Go ahead,
can enlighten
tell
us on
us.
that question.
Go ahead, tell us.
Well, Lyney, if you're so confident in your version of events, then I think the answer should be obvious. Having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But if the Weasel remained free, then she could take care of Lorenzo's loved ones.
An excellent answer, though sadly a little dull.
Is that right? Well, don't let me bore you. If you'd care to change the topic to something more interesting, I'd be much obliged.
As a matter of fact, there's one thing I'd really like to understand. Why would the real Weasel have targeted things that only have value to other people? Could you shed any light on that?
Of course. After all, we're just telling stories here, aren't we?
Guess they didn't let the others have their turn stabbing Caesar.
If I had to guess, I would say that the real Weasel must have had a terrible childhood. Left to fend for herself after her parents died young. Betrayed, scorned, beaten. She'd scrounge waste paper from garbage bins to draw on, using twigs and dirt for lack of ink and pen. She'd sew ugly rag dolls from whatever scrap material she could get her hands on. This was her only source of happiness in life. But it was all she needed, and she was content. Until the world decided that even this was too good for her. Once again, she was betrayed. And this time, everything was taken from her. She felt like life was a miry pit that dragged her further down the more she struggled to escape. At that tender age, she should have been happy. Instead, she stood in the shadows and watched with envy as all good things in the world passed her by. This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. Her pain became a breeding ground for dark thoughts. Thoughts which festered and grew into a twisted solution to her troubles. I detest the happiness of others, in all its forms alike. I will rob them of everything they hold to be good and true. And it will fill the void in my soul.
That is dark.
That's some pretty heavy stuff.
That is dark.
Now it all makes sense.
And everybody has effed up childhoods up in Fontaine, dude.
Does this story satisfy you, Lyney?
Yeah, I think I get what you're saying.
Yes, it is quite to my tastes. Thank you for helping to clear up my confusion.
So, what was with the warning letter?
Huh. That's right. What drove you to write that letter, Gemma? What were you trying to achieve there? Because without that, none of this would have ever come to light.
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom Weasel would be consigned to the history books by now. But it seems like someone still wasn't ready to let her finally be at peace. Lyney.
So yeah, you did. Oh, wow.
You were the one who posted that letter outside the opera house.
So it was you. Well, you look at that, Silu, huh? You put the bait out there.
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Still as shrewd as ever. Well, no need for me to be coy about it. Our goal was to clear Caesar's name. The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves.
Makes sense.
That's it? You had no other agenda?
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe. I shall take from you that which you hold most dear, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
10 years ago? You mean Caesar's death? You met him?
Oh, both of them did.
Wait. Oh, I get it. You were those two obnoxious kids. It's been so long, and you're all grown up now.
And it all comes together now.
You.
Yep. It all connects.
He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what, 10 days or something? And you went to all this trouble. Why? Because you feel like you still owe him something?
We remember all our debts, however great or small.
Even if it was only 10 days.
10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn to shreds, and his legacy was thrown out. 10 years on, and no one cares what the truth is anymore. But we did not forget, and so we came to find you.
And it got paid in full.
And? What exactly did you take from me? I'm still standing, as you can see. Lorenzo has admitted to everything. I'm free.
For how long?
Free? Do you really think so?
Hey, what's up, cool dog? How you doing?
Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with lies and falsehoods, we must find our own truth. I think that applies to you too. Truth can take many forms. Prized possessions with nostalgic value, fervent hopes and dreams, and irreplaceable people. Life took many things from you, and those wounds never healed. When they ached unbearably in the dead of night, stealing became your way of numbing the pain.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Perhaps that's because you found something other than a life of crime to fill the hole?
Oh?
Back to Lorenzo for a second. He murdered his own master, played along with your act, and
I knew it, and this is what I was waiting for them to get to.
Directed towards him.
This is what I was waiting for them to get
gain
to.
From all that?
You know why, chat? Let me tell you why. Because I had a feeling. Because she's for the streets. That's why. She's for the streets, chat. Shame. For shame. Go ahead.
He knew who you were and the things you'd done, and despite that, he was willing to give everything up for your sake. He's the reason that you haven't felt the compulsion to steal in all these years. You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I
yeah,
think
friends.
You know, deep down, that he is the only truth you have in your life. But that truth is gone now. And I guarantee you, you'll never see it again.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, not now it's gonna hit you.
Congratulations on your freedom.
Good job.
Gemma.
Good job. You sought out the only person who actually had any care for you in your life.
Your freedom will cost you dearly. From now on, you'll be all alone in a world full of lies and falsehoods. I do hope you'll be able to bear it. You've still got a long life ahead of you after all.
Gather round, one and all. The time has now come for the amazing Lenny to perform his final act in tonight's show.
Let's do it.
I'm sure you're all wondering what he has planned for the grand finale. Well, wonder no more, for the answer is a death-defying high-altitude escape.
Yep, he's doing a trick.
Escape?
10 years ago, the trick that Caesar died attempting.
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar.
Yep.
This was the very trick that led to his fatal fall, after which he was dubbed the Phantom Weasel.
Here we go. Reminds you a bit of the Phantom Thieves grand plan in P5. Everything is perfectly planned. Yeah, it's planned out perfectly. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that plot twist of hell.
And that the real Weasel has now confessed to their crimes.
Guess that's my cue to leave. Whew. I've been practicing this one for ages now, but I'm still a little nervous.
You got this, bro.
Traveler,
Come on.
Paimon, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but you alone are my true witnesses.
Hell yeah. Good luck, brother. Don't die out
Lenny,
there.
wait.
What?
You two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing your secrets. So what about now? Are you an open book? Or are you still the same as ever? You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone. One day, you'll end up exactly where I am today. Maybe then you'll finally understand.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
Damn. Hit you with that walk.
So, what are we, doing now?
Enjoying the show?
Like Lenny said, when you're ready, let's head outside and watch the show.
Yeah.
What about Gemma?
Listen, she gotta live with shame for the rest of her life, alright? She's done.
She'll figure out what's best.
She's done over there.
Oh, and if you'd like to see Lenny after the show, you know where he'll be. The usual haunt.
Alright. Well, let's go and watch Lenny's finale then. This trick's a pretty dangerous one, but he should be able to pull it off, right?
Yeah. Should be good. You said I swear if the game forces us to help Gemma. Nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Like, I thought they were gonna do that in the second act for the Archon quest for Fontaine, of where we were gonna help somebody, and it was like a debate basically. So nah, psh, ain't no way. Is it showtime? Yeah, I'll be seeing you, Gemma. Live with shame.
What is my truth?
You're for the streets. That's your truth.
Sometimes I think I'm like a gambling addict. All I care about is winning. And it doesn't matter what's at
Shame
stake.
on you.
By the time I come to my senses, I'm left with nothing. Oh, if I had my time again.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to hear it.
Magicians are not like thieves. Thieves only tear things apart. But good-hearted magicians, they put things back together.
Fair enough. This game sucked the life out of you yesterday? How come? Alright, where the hell am I going? Oh. Genius, it's this way. Alright. This trick is about to look wild. But let's do it, boys. It's showtime. Let's get it, boys. It's time for the grand trick. Oh, damn.
Magic should be mysterious.
Here we go.
Surprising. And defy logic.
Caesar, that you
Magic
talking?
is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
Oh my god, when they were kids.
Alright, we're used to that.
So adorable.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day, you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it.
Poor
For
guy.
a magician, what greater honor could there be?
And they did talk about it, but not in the way that you thought.
Look! Behold! Lyney is sealed inside the box.
And now
Lyney
Lenny is
managed to
gonna
escape.
perform
10
the
years
trick
ago,
that is
Caesar
freaking
attempted
master
this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
wanted to do. Oh! My guy? Nah, he's ready. My guy is ready. He knows what he's doing. He said if somebody had a vision, they could pull this trick off, though. Remember he had said that earlier in the quest?
Mysterious.
That's what he said.
Surprising. And logic defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar.
Oh, why am I getting hit with the feels? Why am I getting hit with feels? Oh, okay, my eyes.
I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Oh. My guy had to do it for Caesar, man.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling, and the next, he turned into flowers.
It was the least he could do for the dude who taught him and his sister magic, man. That was beautiful. The animation and just the meaning behind it and everything, dude. Damn.
How could he possibly have done that?
How mysterious. I didn't blink once. He just vanished right in front of my eyes.
And Caesar got done so dirty. A dude who was truly passionate about what he was doing just ended up meeting the wrong people, and they got jealous and bitter and took him out. Because otherwise, Caesar would have pulled off that trick properly. Jeez, dude. There's so many different deep meanings to this quest. It's a beautiful thing, really. And a scary thing. Sad thing.
What a heart-stopping magic show. This was really worth the trip.
Charlotte, where the hell did you come from?
Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician Lyney has fulfilled a wish on his behalf. Oh, I couldn't ask for a better grand finale. It will make a great headline for the Steambird tomorrow, even if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
Looks like everyone really loved Lyney's grand finale.
Even though they don't know the full story.
Paimon doesn't see Lenny anywhere. Where'd he go? Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, where is that?
The cemetery?
Oh, you mean the one where Caesar's buried? Yeah, that's probably it. This whole magic show kinda seemed like Lenny's way of saying goodbye to Caesar. So it makes sense that that's where he'd be afterward. Alright, let's go look for him there.
You know how beautiful and just like a great feeling it has to be to fulfill the thing that somebody you cared about very much wanted to do? It's like they weren't able to achieve it, but like you achieved it and then you did it for them, you know? It's like, hey, at the end of the day, you really did get it done, you know? It's like, thanks to you, it was still possible. I was only able to achieve it because of you. So, yeah, this is still a free game, yes. Yes, it is. But no, that was some beautiful stuff, man.
Lenny! There you are. Are you alright? Paimon was scared to death when the chain broke. Paimon was sure something had gone horribly wrong.
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative to keep the audience on tenterhooks. That's our job. So I tweaked Caesar's original setup a little to keep it fresh. I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. The thought of falling, suddenly feeling weightless, seeing the sky and the ground spinning and spinning. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder what Caesar thought in those final moments. Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on? Or did he believe that it was his own slip-up right until the end?
You know, Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something ever since we were in Caesar's workshop. You learned magic from Caesar once, didn't you? When was that?
After I joined the House of the Hearth. To be honest, Lynette and I had an agenda when we approached him.
An agenda?
I told you about my past before, remember?
Yeah.
As a young boy, I survived by secretly learning magic from street performers. I'd watch their tricks and try to figure out how they were done. But I quickly realized that observation alone could only get me so far. What I saw was the polished final performance, but the rigorous training they put in behind the scenes remained invisible to me. I needed to learn how to improve my sleight of hand, hone my misdirection skills, and make niftier props. We were gifted enough that we'd made some progress by ourselves, but without proper guidance from a professional magician, we quickly plateaued.
So that's why you sought Caesar out?
Yes. We figured there was no harm in asking, but it took us by surprise that he was so willing to teach us. In all, we only spent 10 short days together, but he was very good to us. By contrast, we hid so many things from him.
You feel like you owed it to him to make things right at this point, huh?
For instance, when he asked why I wanted to learn magic, I answered, it's my passion. But in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. After being taken in by an aristocrat for our magic talent, then betrayed soon after, this was no longer about me doing what I loved. What amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips even as I was hesitating over whether to tell him the truth. Trust is a beautiful
like that sometimes,
thing.
huh?
Sadly, I'd forgotten how to trust by then.
Lenny.
Listen, I don't blame you. That wasn't your fault. I mean, dealing with what you two dealt with as kids is awful.
Still worried about the way I feel? You really are a gentle soul, aren't you? But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the house of the hearth, lies and selfishness have followed me and Lynette everywhere we go. After Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. The next we heard of him was that he'd fallen to his death, and was now declared to be the Phantom Weasel.
They did that man so dirty putting that on him.
That night, I remembered his smile. But as I lay there, I didn't know what to say to him. To keep secrets is to put up walls. The longer you keep them up, the less you let people in. Then, one day, you look around and realize your life is like an empty auditorium after a show, full of seats once occupied by all the people who left. But I guess that's the price we have to pay. You only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them completely. That's why I was so confident this would hurt Gemma. Because I felt it for myself.
Damn, that was deep. Jesus. We're in your auditorium and we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, cheer up, Lenny. We've had to say our fair share of goodbyes during our journey too. But whatever happens, Paimon always believes in what tomorrow brings. Delicious food, fun toys, and the traveler by my side. Paimon just needs to focus on things like this and all the unhappy stuff goes right out the window. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kind of make you Paimon's truth?
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. We are the truest thing each other has in the world, and nothing can replace that. Life has taken plenty from us, like it did from Gemma. But at least it left us with each other. That's what gave us the strength to get through the darkest days. That's why the darkness never consumed me, and why it never will. Maybe we live in the shadows too, but we remember every precious ray of light that shines through. Alright, time to lighten this conversation up a little.
Yeah, that got pretty
what did you
deep,
think of the show tonight? Were you happy with it?
Pretty crazy to watch,
It
yeah.
was amazing! Paimon just wishes we hadn't been so distracted with the Gemma situation. We spent most of our time in the Opera House just talking and pretty much missed the entire first half of the show. Lenny, could you do just one more trick for us?
The flower?
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decidedly card-free right now.
Aw, come on! Surely you can think of something. The Lenny Paimon knows can do anything if he puts his mind to it.
Oh, all right then. I'll give it a go, but only because it's you. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand! We ain't going along with this!
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could have sworn I brought one here with me.
Oh, here we go, here we go.
Okay, try this. Count down with me. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Now, have another look around.
Ah, and it's a different flower this time.
Else.
Really? Let's see.
Well, you look at that.
Wow, there it is! Oh, this is a different flower from the last time, right? This one's called, oh yeah, a rainbow rose. But more importantly, Paimon has to know how the trick is done. Please, Lenny, pretty please!
Well, if you want to learn magic, you'll have to start by addressing me as teacher.
Here we go.
Fine. Please, teacher, please.
Here we go.
Since you asked so nicely, I'll share one little tip with you. Namely, the student of magic cannot solely rely on others being prepared to reveal their secrets. You have to observe, think, and find the answers for yourself.
Figure it out, forehead.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Look at the time.
Be smarter.
Here too long.
Oh
Thanks
my
again
god.
for coming to see my show. I bid you both good night.
Alright, and I bid you farewell and adieu. Alright, well.
To seeing you again.
Alright, fine. See ya. Shall we head back now too? Oh, Paimon can't wait to read The Steambird tomorrow. Paimon bets Lyney and Caesar will be placid all
You just get
over
good.
it. Let's head to the Steambird's offices tomorrow morning and see what we can find out.
Okay. That's cool, the flower. Yeah, all these deeper meanings in this quest. They have been hidden, man. Let me tell you. Yeah, the expectations to live another day to be happy. By the way, you lost your 50-50. Did you want to lose your 50-50? Or were you trying to win that 50-50? You said, I'll be getting... It's getting late in my place. I'll be heading out, rewatching this story quest again. It's truly beautiful. And that it is, for sure. And thank you for stopping by. You have a great night, okay? Yes, thank you very much for the support. Huh? Wait, what? What did it just say? What? This quest location is currently involved in other quests. Where? Oh my god. Jesus. Are you trying to get Yale on? Jesus. Oh my god. Chat, I hate when they do this. I'm literally about to beat the quest and they said that location's busy with another freaking one. Oh my god. What the Steam? Oh my god. The Steam Bird's office. Oh Jesus, look at these quests. This Steam Bird interview, I'm assuming? Oh my god, you gonna make me click through this really fast? I'll just visit it? Okay. So I just literally have to visit the place and then we're good. Alright, let's do this real quick. Nice spectacular weather. Yeah, quite comfortable. Alright, if only the weather was this cooperative every workday, I should be quite merry indeed. And speaking of work, you're here to interview the troubleshooter position advertised in the Tales of Humanity section, are you not? I am. Excellent. You didn't ask the question about the title troubleshooter, and thus it must be surmised that Ethan's word choice, while eccentric, is simple and easy to understand. Putting that aside for a moment, would you like to know how I was able to correctly ascertain that you're for the job and not seeking for help in our tales? Observation: every citizen comes to the Steambird seeking, appreciate the sub by the way, help appears anxious and jittery, but your steps are relaxed, your expression calm. Those who are fortunate are all the same. Those who fall victim to misfortune all have their own woes. But you needn't worry. Those who seek assistance from others via Tales of Humanity haven't run into any serious trouble, so it wouldn't be hard to handle. Have a look at this batch of commissions. Oh, okay. I see. I got it. See, I gotta get this reputation level up. I see. All you need to do is find some time every week to read through the submissions to Tales of Humanity. Pick out a few commissions you'd like to handle and come find me to collect your payment. Some commissions are so dropped and simple you wouldn't believe it, but you shouldn't underestimate the value of your work. Okay. You said, I can't believe we're almost close to 10k. I know, we are getting very close to that 10,000 subscriber mark. It's very exciting. For us, the problems in their submissions may appear to be easy and insignificant, but for the readers submitting their problems, they are like a splinter under their fingernails, impossible to remove or ignore. If we could help them extract these splinters, then in addition to the monetary rewards, you will also receive the respect and gratitude of the people, and your reputation among the citizenry will increase over time. When that happens, I will give you more complicated and important jobs. Help everyone to achieve happiness and be a lighthouse illuminating humanity is such the calling of our paper. Such are the feelings and aspirations of every publisher. No need for an interview. Your interview was complete before you even arrived. Don't be surprised, I have my ways. I couldn't even imagine that. How could I manage a newspaper? Alright, I've told you everything you need to know. As for whether or not you want to take it up, that's up to you. Think it over. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, so now that we did that, I could go in here. Nice and simple, nice and simple. Oh wow, and they're right behind me. Sheesh. Okay.
I'm very sorry, Charlotte, but my sister and I are quite busy today. I'm afraid we'll have to decline this interview.
Please, Lenny, I'll only take a moment of your time, if you would be so kind.
Here we go.
Huh? What's happening here? I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, and it was going to go to print this morning, but just as dawn broke, I suddenly received news that Caesar's fiancée, Gemma, had contacted the guards and confessed to having been the real Phantom.
Ah, so she turned herself in because she felt guilty. Well, you'll look at that.
That was quick.
Yep, that guilt hit her like a truck.
Too late, bro.
Yeah.
That was quick, you say?
Oh, no.
It sounds like I've got some catching up to do.
Paimon.
Please, fill me in.
Paimon. Good job, Paimon. Great job, you dummy.
My instincts did not lead me astray. You do have something to hide. Gemma turning herself in must have something to do with Lyney's performance last night.
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded her of a better time with Caesar, and she could no longer ignore the voice of her conscience.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, I knew Lenny doing that trick was gonna mess with her too.
If that's all it took for her to have a change of heart, how did it take her 10 whole years?
Oh, it took more than that, but you know.
Well...
Charlotte's journalistic spirit is burning red, and we're gonna have to distract her somehow.
Oh, I remember now. You and Gemma were nowhere to be found after the show. What happened between you?
Hey, stop asking questions. I know it's your job.
Where did you all go after the show?
Oh my god.
We went to the cemetery and Lyney did a private magic trick just for us. Actually, glad you mentioned it, because that reminds Paimon, guess what? Lenny started using rainbow roses in his tricks.
Hell yeah.
What?
Uh-oh.
I don't recall ever having received a rainbow rose from you myself. Is this supposed to mean that they're more important to you than your own sister?
No, I just...
you know, maybe he just likes us more, you know? Hey, you know, we have favorites, huh?
What now? Oh, did Paimon...
You're dry snitching, Paimon. That's what you're doing. Dry snitching.
This is getting pretty awkward. What do we do, Traveler?
Dry snitching.
Seems like this interview wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, I noticed when it was a different flower and the meaning behind it. I'm like, oh yeah. Bro like us.
Forgive my persistence, but when there's explosive news waiting to be found, I can't turn away. The news about Gemma has already made waves, and I'll stop at nothing to get to the bottom of it all. Apparently, one of the things she said to the guards was that her final wish is to see Lorenzo one last time. There's clearly a web of complicated relationships there. Can't blame me for being curious. All right, I guess I'll leave you to continue the rest of your conversation in peace. Bye for now.
Yeah, I'll be seeing you, Charlotte. Jesus. Good grief.
Lynette? Paimon didn't mean to...
Don't worry, I wasn't angry. I was just trying to distract her.
Oh, really? Oh, thank goodness.
Lynette tricked you here, honestly. Hey, Lynette be a genius.
Phew. You and me both, Paimon. You and me both.
Yeah.
At least it did the job, right?
Please, take good care of that rainbow rose.
For sure.
I'd be really upset if you lost it.
For sure. And that is the Forgotten Thief. Leave it to Genshin with these story quests, man. These story quests be hitting me in the feels. Let me tell you. The freaking second Nahida quest hit me. This quest hit me. You know who else quest hit me? I think it was Nilu. Yeah, I think Nilu's quest hit me in the feels too, her story quest. Bro, they do such a good job with these, man. Like I always say to people, I give this game a lot of crap for some of the other decisions that they make. Not regarding the story, but like gameplay elements and other things with it. But I always have to give this game respect for how much better the storytelling has gotten in it. And the way that they really make you feel. In just 2 hours, they make you care about some NPCs that you've never heard of in your life. You know? So, they did the thing. Because I remember before, early in Genshin, they'd have like the quest with the NPCs, and I just wouldn't really care too much about the NPCs, but the way that they've just improved upon their writing and stuff, it's insane of how I actually care. And yeah, your hunch that Lyney was a copycat was right, yeah? And Lyney is such a cool character. Like I said, I would totally pull on this banner if there wasn't other characters that I really wanted to get, but one day I will get Lyney. I still have R&R. Oh, Jesus. I know, I put those things off for like forever, good lord. I need to knock out some of these quests, but I'll do a bunch of that stuff off cam. But I can't wait till the next update. Next Archon quest is going to be crazy. I know the next story quests for characters will be really good. And you guys know, I'll be there, I'll stream it as soon as I can. Absolutely. But this was really, really enjoyable. Shout out to Caesar, dude. Gone too soon, man. He was a real one who was passionate about what he did, and was done extremely dirty by people that he thought that he could trust and love, you know? That's where it is. That's where I say, you gotta be careful with the people that are closest to you, because you don't know if they want something in the end, if they're gonna get jealous, or what they've been through themselves that will make them be bitter towards you, you know? It's crazy what people are willing to do out here, man. So there was a lot of deep, deep messages in this. and it was cool to learn more about the backstory of Lyney and Lynette. Yes, I know in Fontaine we will meet Arlecchino, which will be very cool. I hope that Arlecchino ends up being playable, because that's just money on the table that, you know, Hoyoverse would love to make. Yeah, like you said before, Caesar! Yeah. Freaking JoJo, dude. But this was really, really good, so I was happy to stream it for you guys. I'll get up the cutscene of the backstory. I'll probably upload that as its own video, like after this. You know, that stuff does well on the channel and stuff, which is cool. And yeah, next week Honkai Star Rail, so if you're craving some more Hoyoverse content, stay tuned next week. Other than that, I'm busy for the rest of the week with some anime content, Arknights content, Punishing Grey Raven, Nikke, yeah, freaking Final Fantasy 16. I have a lot of stuff, so there's probably something else that will interest you in some shape or form. But if you enjoyed the video, with the stream, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, tell your friends about the channel, family, whoever the case is. Trying to hit 10,000 subscribers. When we hit 10K, we will be doing a big 24-hour stream. And you know what's crazy? The stream that we did for Genshin, I think, like the recent one, the Fontaine Archon quest, it's already, like, I think in the top 4 streams I've ever done viewership-wise, which is insane. So thank you guys very much for that. I knew Fontaine was going to do really well, and it's probably going to be even better with the next few acts. So we'll probably end up breaking some records, which is awesome. But yeah. If you'd like to become a member and stuff, that helps out a bunch too. You get some emotes. The more members we have, the more emote slots we get and such. That helps support. If you'd like to donate, that's cool too. So we can keep doing what we do out here. And yeah, YouTube algorithm, just continue to hopefully bless us out here so we can reach the heights we'd like to reach. Because, Lord, we still got a ways to go. But, yeah. Until the next one, appreciate y'all, love y'all, stay safe, and as I always do say, don't do crack. We out of here, boys. We out of here. But damn, they did an excellent job with this today. An excellent, excellent job. That I have to say.